Welcome back everybody to another SakuraSuccubus. This time it's SakuraSuccubus 5. But that's a mouthful of a title. I'm just gonna call it SakuraSuccubus. But yeah, welcome back. And I can't believe we're starting the journey once again. And I can't believe I played 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe. So, let's get back to the game. The atmosphere here is so thick and tense, you could cut it with a knife. I don't know what's happening. All 5 of us, Marina, Hazel, Cosmos, Ayu, and I, are sitting on a plush leather couch in Marina's living room, our eyes affixed on the TV screen. There, depicted upon the widescreen TV, is the missing member of my succubus harem. Well, one of the missing members, Yamamoto Hifumi, or Hifumi for short. As a popular actress, it's not uncommon to see reruns of Hifumi's movies playing out on various TV channels, but the Hifumi I'm observing right now isn't playing a role. Well, I suppose she is playing a role in so much as she's pretending to be a human, while in actuality she's a succubus. It's a long story, yeah, but that's a minor detail. The Hifumi on the screen isn't pretending to be a courtesan, or a blushing bride, or a princess, though come to think of it, she was supposed to ascend to the throne of the succubus realm, before she passed the buck onto Yui. Hifumi is acting, instead, as nobody other than herself. She's wearing the same beige kimono she so often favors, and her dark hair hangs loosely about her slender shoulders. Her eyes, which are carefully made up, are narrowed in concentration and... oh god, my ears. From Mount Yoshino! Interesting. That's the thumbnail shot, baby! Editor, you know the drill. Yeah. Hifumi leans forwards, quicker than blinking. It's like a Chihara Furu anime. If anybody remembers that, put a comment down below. Oh god, a wave of nostalgia hit me. Her graceful, elegant fingers smack against a card lying on the tatami mat, which goes flying, arcing through the air like a leaping fish. The cards that Hifumi is busy striking are karuta cards. Each card is inscribed with pieces of poetry, which correspond to the poems being recited by the reciter. Oh, that's what it was. When I was really young, junior high, wow, it was a dumb mother effer right then. I never really got what the game was in Chihara Furu. I'm hoping that I'm correct. I'm hoping that's the anime. I could be wrong. No cap. Hifumi, in addition to being an actress, is also a competitive karuta player. She's held onto the prestigious title of Queen, karuta, for 4 years running. A title she's defended rigorously from all challengers in the annual championship tournament, which takes place in Shiga. This tournament is kind of a big deal in the karuta world, and right now it's being broadcast on live TV. Marina, who's always been close to Hifumi, invited me alongside the other members of my succubus entourage to watch Hifumi compete in the finals. Hifumi's beaten all her other opposition thus far in a truly graceful showing, hardly seeming to break so much as a sweat. Now, she only has one opponent left to defeat. Should she win, she'll secure her hold on the title of Queen for the 5th year in a row. The competition's nearing its late stages now, and there aren't many cards left in play. Hifumi's taken more cards than her opponent, but she's not out of the woods just yet. If Hifumi gets careless and makes any mistakes, her opponent might be able to claw back enough points to best her. Hifumi's opponent, who battled a string of challengers on her own, simply to sit across from Hifumi on the tatami floor, is no slouch herself. She's working hard to try and close the gap between them, but... Bio Mountain! I think that's how they do. I can't do it. It needs to be a really clear, not deafening voice, but loud enough. A clear, loud voice. It's like there's a reciter who will be reciting the poem, just the part, and you need to immediately know, or at least memorize which cards corresponds, or at least takes after, or the next part of the poem, pretty much. Once more, Hifumi claims another card. The glistening dew. There! And another. Hifumi really is on fire! She's doing so well, I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her opponent. Not, I suppose, that her opponent deserves my sympathy. I'm not entirely sure if she'd appreciate it either, given her exalted status. Hifumi might be a popular actress renowned across Japan for her portrayals of sensitive, suffering women, but her opponent is by no means less famous. In fact, in many respects, I think her opponent might be an even bigger deal than Hifumi is. In a stunning twist of fate, Hifumi's opponent is not in fact Japanese, as one might expect when it comes to a traditionally Japanese game like Kabuta, but European. Whoa, 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 it's another succubus, huh? Alright. The woman who faced Hifumi is staring intently at the cards, has pale skin, almost milky white, and very fair, very blonde hair. She's none other than Stephania Sophia Maria Isabella of Astovia. Now that's a mouthful if I would say. A genuine, legitimate princess who hails from Astoria. Is that a country? Is that a real country? Sorry if that is an actual country and I don't know. Sleepy don't know his geographic, I don't know, maps, I guess. Astoria is a smallish country that borders Germany and the Netherlands. It's known for its verdant forests, its fairly cold climate, particularly in the winter, and its charming fairy tale-like architecture. The country boasts about 3 million residents, which makes it even more sparsely populated than Denmark. It's not a big country by any means, but it's not completely unheard of. I know a little about it in passing. Though, granted, I did wind up doing a bunch of research about it on my phone just now, after discovering that Hifumi's opponent in this game is the princess of said country. I never knew, for example, that Astoria's capital was called Rosenberg, or that its primary export is textiles, but I'm getting off topic here. Well, that's interesting. If that's an actual country, I feel like it's not, but if it is, I'm sorry, and that sounds cool. I should be focusing on Hifumi's competition, rather than researching a small little known European country. I pray for Hifumi's string of good luck to hold, yet. Flower petals are... Ow! What the? Oh god. This time, the princess is able to swipe a card from Hifumi's side of the field. She takes it, scattering other cards in her wake, then beams brightly. I did it! I finally did it! Alright, I'm going to make a proper comeback now. Just you wait, Yamamoto Hifumi. I have not dedicated hours of my life to learning the art of Kabuta for nothing. I might be training behind you at the present, but this small victory should secure my eventual triumph. Oh! Ah! Yeah, that's her laugh. That's annoying, right? Yeah, I guess I should have figured she'd laugh like that. It must come with the territory, given Stephania's... I kept saying Stephanie, she's not Stephanie. Stephania's a princess and all. Stephania's like Stefano. But, I guess it's a more girlish name? Or maybe it's just a name. Who knows? Really though, it's impressive Stephania's Japanese is so faultless. I can understand her just as well as I would a native. She must have been studying. As far as I'm aware, Japanese isn't a widely spoken language in Astoria, you know, in any European country. Of course, pretty much. I believe their national language is Dutch, though German doesn't lag too far behind. I can't speak a lick of Dutch or German myself, but I can't imagine they share that many similarities with Japanese. Stephanie's at an obvious disadvantage in this tournament given the language barrier. Kabuta, unlike chess, is a game that relies heavily upon language. That's also true. Kabuta does rely on language, as you can see here. No need to explain. It's like, I don't know what other game that does this. But if you don't know much Japanese or... Usually they go by the first couple letters of the word and immediately be like, alright, it's this card right here. And these cards I believe are face down. Wow, Yu-Gi-Oh lingo or card game lingo. It's a face down status or position. So they have to know where the cards are. So that's another memory thing, right? I wouldn't be able to memorize all the poetry on the Kabuta cards, and I studied some of these poems back in high school. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not face down. Maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. Maybe they're face upwards, and they just have to like browse through quickly, or at least know which position that poem is, or what. Hey, we don't have that in the Philippines. Stephania must be serious about Karuta to have poured so much time and effort into such an obscure sport. Karata's not even that popular in Japan, let alone Europe. I'm impressed. Well, I am as well. That is not an easy thing to do, to learn a sport, especially not native of your own, especially if it's not a mainstream sport like basketball, volleyball, I guess baseball, football, tennis. I guess that it's one of those sports, yeah. Stephania's the clear underdog in this competition, but still, she's giving it her all, which is very admirable, even for me. Now I wonder who I want to see win the most. I think Hifumi, right? Because we don't know her, Stephania. That should go without saying. Obviously, since I'm so close to Hifumi, I want her to emerge as the victor. I can't exactly root for Stephania, not when I hardly know her. Still, Stephania is working very hard. Don't be simping. She's determined to score a victory from the jaws of defeat yet. The eightfold cherry. There. What's wrong? Yes, I do my own sound effects. Hifumi reaches out and smacks a card into the air with a dramatic flourish. You might asking why Sleepy be energetic in SakuraSuccubus? No. In this particular video, it's in the afternoon. I have no class because it's a Holy Week. Hallelujah. Amen. But yeah, I have time now. Hifumi's expression as she adds this winning card to her pile is one of composed, quiet confidence. Wait, no, it's quiet confidence, alright? Stephania's earlier victory must have been a fluke. Hifumi seems determined now to halt her efforts in accruing further points. Hifumi and Stephania's fierce competition continues to wear on, but alas! Over Mika's plane... Hey! Hifumi's right arm swoops down and she knocks aside yet another card. Hifumi's movements are so swift, Stephania had scarcely enough time to react. One moment the game was still up in the air, the winner was undecided. Now, however, Hifumi has taken such an overwhelming advantage, it'd be impossible for Stephania to best her. Hifumi has taken too many cards now. She's won. Yeah, it's a landslide victory. That was a wonderful game. I don't know if I was heard that. That was a wonderful game. Hifumi speaks thus with a gentle smile, like that of a freshly picked flower. Thank you for indulging me, Your Highness. You put up a formidable fight, but in the end, you were not able to oust me from my position. Still, I admire your efforts. I look forward to playing against you again sometime. Should that prove to be agreeable for you, of course? What? Oh my! Stephania stares at Hifumi, her eyes wide as a goose egg, still kneeling upon the tatami. Her expression is one of blank disbelief for several seconds before, at long last, the knowledge of her loss sinks in. Her lower lip begins to quiver. I worry, briefly, that Astoria's princess might begin to bawl on live television, but instead... That was incredible! I can see why you have been the reigning queen of Karuta for so many years, Miss Yamamoto. I am in awe before your talents, which far eclipse my own. As irritating as this loss is, I will accept it in good faith. I am glad if I had to be bested so, it was by your expert hands. Sorry for the background noise, somebody beep beep outside. Miss Yamamoto. No, mistress! Mistress? Oh my, what? Actually, this is another editor. You know the drill. This is the thumbnail right here. Cool crap thumbnail. That could get people going. They'd be like, oh my god, SakuraSuccubus is back! Stephania kneels before Hifumi, then cries. But no disrespect to my viewers, really. I'm just trying to like lightheartedly do some... Add in a little bit of joke here, a little bit of a jab. You can criticize my YouTube, no problem, as I said. Would you do me the great honor of letting me study under you as your apprentice? I fear I will never improve if I practice on my own. With your guidance, however, there may yet be hope for me. Please, I'm begging you, let me be your pupil. My pupil, And that's where we end off for the first episode of SakuraSuccubus. Yes, baby, we're back! We are back. So if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, loved ones, your auntie, your bestie, your dog, or your mother. I don't give a damn. Share it, man. But yeah, other than that, any views greatly appreciated, even subscription. Even if you don't need to watch my videos, just subscribe. I'm good with that. Other than that, thank you for sticking around. I'm seeing you in the next episode of You Know It and You Like It, SakuraSuccubus. Bye!